Okay. And so he has a doctorate of philosophy, which is very interesting. And that's my my connection with him came through this discovery, whereby his doctorate of philosophy is on the life of Chevalier Sivaji Ganessan and his contribution to the field of art, and a critical analysis of his acting skills with reference to the Maypatiyal of Tolkappiyam and Stanislavski method acting, University of Madras. He also has a Master of Philosophy, M.Phil on his history on origin of Sivagangai Chimay, Master of Arts, MA in History. He has extensive experience in the film industry and was the production executive on behalf of National Film Development Corporation in the Sasanam, directed by Mahindran. Then story consultant in Sivaji Films, member in the story team of director P. Basu, actor in teleserials, songs sang for the movies Sasanam and Kallalagar, sorry. Historical research paper at the History Congress 2007, British versus Mukulatos, producer and singer of Singapore Mariamman Temple. So all this is great experience in the field. And in terms of accomplishments, he has presented various papers on World Classical Tamil Conference, and he has also written extensively newspaper articles. He has had many interviews with Kalenya TV and Jaya TV, and also radio interviews in Malaysia and Singapore. And I think he has delivered speeches on various eminent personalities, and the one in Malaysia on a special speech on Nadigar Tilagam, Sivaji Ganessan. And so I would like to, I will not quote all the important experiences and profile that you have, but I think I've introduced you. I think the topic that you're covering today, Thirukkural and Sivaji Ganessan, I think you're very well placed to talk to us about it, share your experience, your insight, and also to let us know what influence had Thirukkural or Valluvar on Sivaji Ganessan in his life journey. I think that also will be something which will be very interesting for us to know. Let me also take this opportunity to share with you the latest news in India, whereby the Supreme Court released Ferrari Valan, who was accused of being involved in the assassination of Rajiv Gandhi, and A.G. Ferrari Valan, who was imprisoned only at the age of 19, and now he's out after 31 years, so he's 50 years old. I'm sure you are following that. So, but one point only I would like to say is that in his interview, he did mention that all along during his prison time, all that he has done, his degrees and so on, all along there was the inspiration of Thiruvallur. There was the inspiration from the Thirukkural. I think I wanted just to bring that connection, how he was inspired by that, and where he faced this 31 years in prison, right? And now that he's released, I think this is something which is important to recall about the influence of Thiruvallur on Peraviri Valan. So with these few words, I will invite, before inviting our guests to talk about Dr. Sivaji Ganessan Valluvar, I think I would like to, we all know about Valluvar, the universality of Valluvar, and what he has the teachings of Valluvar, so I won't elaborate on that. I had the chance to talk about it. But what I would like to recall is what Rabindranath Tagore said. The ideas of great Saint Thirukkural will apply not only to India, but to the whole world. And Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam stated, former President of India, Thirukkural is considered to provide the code of conduct for the humanity of the planet Earth for all time, which makes the past meet the present and creates the future. I'm just quoting these two among many other eminent personalities who have spoken about the influence, the universality of Thirukkural and the great wisdom of Thiruvallur. I just wanted to bring these 2 points to show that we are advocating very strongly for the recognition of Thirukkural as a book of universal literature. But let me briefly say a few words on Sivaji Ganessan. I had the privilege of being invited by Dr. MaruthuMohan to deliver a talk on Sivaji Ganessan for his 93rd birth anniversary. And I thank you for that, Dr. MaruthuMohan. I had to delve deep into knowing more about Sivaji Ganessan, although I had the privilege, when I was still very young, when he visited Mauritius, I had the privilege of welcoming him, garlanding him, and that memory is still very fresh in my mind. And today, the link that you are bringing between Sivaji Ganessan and Thirukkural, I think it comes out to be very, very interesting. But let me highlight how Sivaji Ganessan himself was also, well known globally in a unique way. In fact, when President Gamal Abdel Nasser of Egypt visited India, Sivaji Ganessan was the only individual granted permission by the then Indian Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru to host a party for Nasser. And he gave Nasser a number of very valuable mementos depicting the civilization and culture of South India. He was also in the cultural exchange program of the US government, invited by the then US President John Fitzgerald Kennedy, where he took the role of India's cultural ambassador. And during his visit there, he was honored by being made the honorary mayor of Niagara Falls, New York, for one day, and was presented the golden key to the city. The only other Indian who has had this honor before Ganessan was Jawaharlal Nehru. I'm saying that just to highlight the international dimensions of Sivaji Ganessan, who is a legend in India, in Tamil Nadu, but also winning global acclaim. Sivaji Ganessan is considered one of the best Indian actors of all time. He was also acknowledged as a consummate actor and one of the most imitated ones. He was praised for his body language and his resounding voice and dialogue delivery. Ganessan is known for his versatility and has acted as a blind man in Palum Paramum, a physically handicapped person in Baga Pirivinai, enacting 9 numbers of totally different personas from various social strata, and the corresponding body language, gait, voice, facial expression in Navaratri, thereby becoming probably the first time in Indian cinema history as an actor reprising 9 roles in a single film, and in extension, inspiring subsequent films, at least in Tamil, like Navaratrinam, the great MGR, where great MGR starred, and Dasavaradam, featuring Sivaji's torchbearer, Kamal Haasan. I just wanted to highlight that to show his international dimension. Well, Sivaji Ganessan, it transcended all barriers to be loaded and uploaded across the country. And when he received the Dada Saheb Phalke Award in 1997, the highest award presented by the government of India for contribution to cinema, it was to universal acclaim. He was the first Tamilian to receive the award after it was instituted in 1970. with these few words on Sivaji Ganesan and the few quotes I made on Thiruvallur, we are now eagerly waiting to listen to Dr. MaruthuMohan, who will certainly highlight the impact, the influence of Thiruvallur and Thirukkural on legendary actor Sivaji Ganesan. I leave the floor to you now, Dr. MaruthuMohan, and I invite the participants to, reflect and also prepare whatever questions you have for at the end of the concluding comments by Dr. Prabhukaran. You will have the chance to put questions to Dr. MaruthuMohan. Dr. MaruthuMohan, we leave the floor to you now. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Doctor, for introducing me in a better way, as well as the motive of my speech today in this conference. So let me begin. My sincere thanks to respected Dr. Arumugam Parasuraman, founder of International Thirukkural Foundation, who have given me the opportunity to talk in this conference. Also, he gave me the freedom to select the topic. Of course, it's a unique topic, that is actor Sivaji Ganesan and Saint Valluvar. I think I am the first man trying to correlate some of the divine couplets of Thirukkural with the life of Sivaji Ganesan, with his career, with his family, with his personal character, with his fame in the society, with his popularity in foreign countries, with his donations, with his contribution towards the welfare of the humankind, and his patriotic fervor by extending financial aids for all type of natural calamities, irrespective of the states in India. You all may think, on what basis I have chosen this topic. We all know that Thirukkural will be the only ever living literature in the world. Similarly, in the field of acting, Sivaji Ganesan is the only evergreen actor is going to be. This is the outcome of my research for my doctorate on his life and his acting skills for 7 years. We all, including Sivaji Ganesan, learned some of the couplets of Thirukkural from our early education. Above all of us, Sivaji Ganesan did one glorious job for Saint Thiruvallur. In 1968, C.N. Annadurai, the then Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, organized World Tamil Conference at Chennai. Probably Dr. Arumugam Parasuraman might have attended that. And he asked Sivaji Ganesan to sponsor for one of the statues of the Tamil scholars to be erected on the Marina Beach. Sivaji Ganesan informed Annadurai and selected that he will sponsor Saint Thiruvallur statue. Among his busiest schedule of acting, he allotted time and he stood with the makeup as model for Thiruvallur and completed the statue work. In fact, in 1968, he was acting in 8 movies, which should be noted in mind. He erected Valluvar statue on Marina Beach at his own expenses. Additionally, Sivaji Ganesan donated Indian rupees 5 lakhs to the Chief Minister Annadurai for the common expenses of World Tamil Conference. Out of some political issues, his life-size statue was removed recently, but still Sivaji Ganesan statue is on the beach as Thiruvallur, which cannot be removed based neither on any political issues nor on legal proceedings. This is one among the reasons for me to chosen the topic title as actor Sivaji Ganesan and Saint Valluvar. Being a research scholar on Sivaji Ganesan's acting skills, I found one mistake in that statue, that Thiruvallur is standing, putting his left leg in the front. Normally, Sivaji Ganesan, when he's enacting character of a king, prince, or warrior, he used to put in front is right leg only, not the left one. Whereas for the characters of poets, saints, and some other characters, it is one non-warrior character, he used his right leg in the front. I think maybe this is because of the photographic mistake. Okay, fine. Let me come to the topic. Actor Sivaji Ganessan, in one of his movies called Arivali, I don't know how many people who are participating in this conference have seen that or have heard about that. He gave a small introduction about Thirukkural. I like to share with you all. Thirukkural is a literature that can guide people globally in eliminating conflicts and differences in the court of law as well as in the society among the humankind. Revolutionary poet Bharati said that he never seen any poet like Kamban, Valluvar, and Ilangovan was born on earth. Mahatma Gandhiji said, I never seen such a rare literature like Thirukkural in the field of knowledge. Gandhi wanted it to be translated into all the world's languages. Now his dreams are coming true. Thirukkural is a rare treasure that has been preserved by the people of Tamil world for almost 1800 years. It is ever living literature because it transcends caste, religion, color, language, country, etc. Now I am presenting you all a song from the same movie acted by Sivaji Ganessan because in the invitation flyer, uh, Dr. Parasuraman as well as Mr. Saktived, they have mentioned me as a singer. So to justify that, I have to sing this song. This is
Okay,
about
very good.
அறிவுக்கு விருந்தாகும் திருக்குறளே, அறிவுக்கு விருந்தாகும் திருக்குறளே, வள்ளுவர் ஆக்கி நமக்களித்த அரும்பொருளே, அறிவுக்கு விருந்தாகும் திருக்குறளே, உலகுக்கு ஒளி போலே, உலகுக்கு ஒளி போலே, உடலுக்கு உயிர் போலே, உலகுக்கு ஒளி போலே, உலகுக்கு உயிர் போலே, பயிருக்கு மழை போலே, பயிருக்கு மழை போலே, பைந்தமிழ் மொழியாலே, அறிவுக்கு விருந்தாகும் திருக்குறளே, அறம் பொருள் இன்பம் எனப்படும் முப்பாலே, அனுபவத்தாலே தான் சுவைத்ததற்கப்பாலே, அவனியில் உள்ளோர்கள் அனைவரும் தனை போலே, அவனியில் உள்ளோர்கள் அனைவரும் தனை போலே, அவசியம் கற்றுணர்ந்து பயன் பெறும் நினைப்பாலே, அறிவுக்கு விருந்தாகும் திருக்குறளே, வாழும் வழிமுறைக்கு இலக்கணமானது, மனம் மொழி மெய்யினிக்க வார்த்திட்ட தேனிது, வாழும் வழிமுறைக்கு இலக்கணமானது, மனம் மொழி மெய்யினிக்க வாத்திட்ட தேனிது, வானகம் போல் விரிந்த பெரும் பொருள் கொண்டது, வானகம் போல் விரிந்த பெரும் பொருள் கொண்டது, எம் மதத்திற்கும் பொதுவென்னும் பாராட்டை கண்டது, எம் மதத்திற்கும் பொதுவென்னும் பாராட்டை கண்டது, அறிவுக்கு விருந்தாகும் திருக்குறளே, வள்ளுவர் ஆக்கி நமக்களித்த அரும்பொருளே, அறிவுக்கு விருந்தாகும் திருக்குறளே. தேங்க்யூ.
Thank you. Well, congratulations. And
Thank you.
that's the beautiful part of it also, where you add this song to it. And thank you very much.
அருமை வருது அருமை.
Thank you. Nandri, sir. You all know, Thirukkural is consisting of three parts. Virtue, that is aram, wealth, that is பொருள், and love, and இன்பம். And out of three today, I will take first two things, because the third one, Sivaji Ganessan, having extraordinary skill in acting love scenes in the movies, which we cannot explain here. You all know on the one movie, Vasanta Maligai, Mayakam enna song. You must be know. Mayakam enna inda maunam enna. That song he acted very well with very good love duet. At that time, I am very much high. I mean, I want to highlight that point. That song was, that shooting happened on the third day of his mother's death. See, you cannot find that sorrowness in his face because of his mother's death. But at the same time, he was very duty conscious, and he thought that the producer should not waste his call sheet. So on the third day itself, he acted in that song. So Mayakam enna song is taken at that situation. For Sivaji Ganessan, let us part on praise of God. You know, praise of God, Valluvar says, A as its final first of letters, every speech maintains. The primary deity is first through all the world's domains. As the letter A is the first of all letters, so the eternal God is first in the world. For Sivaji Ganessan, also, A as the first letter for his career acting. He said in his biography that acting is the soul, acting is the God I worship. So he worshipped God. That is the couplet, Akara Mudala Eduthallam, Adi Bhagavan Mudatre Ulagu. For him, acting was the God. On many effort, it is chapter 62, couplet 619, Thirukkural says that although it be said that even though God cannot be attained, yet hard labor with bodily exertion will lead its award. This is truly happened in Sivaji Ganessan's life. Forgetting his parents, brothers, and relatives, he worked hard from the age of 7. Of course, he got the reward accordingly at the age of 24 after releasing of Parasakti. So, such was the, which one it comes as the true to a couplet of this Akara Mudala Eduthallam, Adi Bhagavan Mudatre Ulagu. And this Alvinai Udamai, that is, no, one minute, sorry, pages are collapsed. The virtue of a wife for Sivaji Ganessan, if the wife be without domestic excellence, whatever other greatness she possessed in the conjugal state, it is nothing says. This is what Valluvar said. Sivaji Ganessan's wife, Mrs. Kamala Amma, was a perfect match for him and made his family as the best model for joint family in the Tamil world. Her captainship of the family helped him to give full concentration towards his profession. That it comes under Valkai Tunainadam. Manaimachi illalkan illayin Valkai Yenaimachitu Ayinum Gil. And next comes on obtaining children. Among all the benefits that may be acquired, we know no greater benefit than the acquisition of intelligent children. Sivaji Ganessan has 2 sons and 2 daughters. Daughters are well settled. The first daughter-in-law of Sivaji Ganessan was an IIT professor, Dr. Narayan Swamy, and his own brother, child specialist, Dr. Govindarajan. He got married with Sivaji Ganessan's second daughter. So he settled his daughter's life in a very well manner. His first son, Mr. Ramkumar, Mr. Dr. Parasura must be knowing him. The first son, Ramkumar, has produced many Tamil movies in the Tamil film industry. And second son, G. Prabhu, one of the famous Tamil actors who acted more than 215 movies in Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam, and Kannada. So, Sivaji Ganessan is established in career of their children very well. Against idleness. When a man puts away idleness, the reproach which have come upon himself and his family will disappear. Sivaji Ganessan's father was imprisoned due to his participation in freedom struggle movement of India. So his mother and his brothers became very poor. Sivaji Ganessan, keeping this in his mind, he joined drama troupe at the age of 7, and after 5 years work, he never returned to his home, but after 5 years he returned home. And from the age of 12, again he started working in the dramas without idleness and entered cinema industry at the age of 24. And from the age of 27 up to 42, continuously worked for 15 years without coming to home. This is very much true. He acted in 3 shifts. So naturally, as per Valluvar's couplet, he became so rich by his idleness work in this industry or in his profession. It is in Tamil, it's called Madiyinmai. Kudi ஆண்மையுள் வந்த குற்றம் ஒருவன் மடி ஆண்மை மாற்ற கெடும். சோம்பல் இல்லாமல் உழைக்கிற ஒருவன் கெட்டுப்போன குடித்தனத்தையும் ஈடேற்ற முடியும் என்பது அதன் பொருள். இது உங்களுக்கு எல்லாம் தெரியும். And perseverance in spite of difficulties. Valluvar says the troubles of that man will be troubled, who however thickly they may come upon him, doesn't abandon his purpose. This is Valluvar's quote. Like that, Sivaji Ganessan became superstar from his first movie, and he started flying vertically. Lot of people started giving troubles by defaming his name, by spreading rumors in the film industry as well as in the political life. So all the troublemakers disappeared before his hard work. He reached a very high position in the society by his hard work. This comes as in Tamil as Idukkan Aliyamai, Adhikaram 63, Kural 625. Adikki Varunum, Alivu Ilan Utra Idukkan Idukkan Badam. இடையூறுகள் அடுக்கடுக்காக வந்த போதும் ஒருவன் சோம்பல் இல்லாமல் உழைப்பதும் கடுமையாக உழைப்பதனால் அவைகள் மறைந்துவிடும் என்பதை சிவாஜி கணேசனுடைய வாழ்க்கையிலே மிகவும் பொருத்தமாக அமைந்திருக்கிறது. On the importance of wealth. Accumulate wealth, it will destroy the arrogance of your foes. There is no weapon sharper than it. That is, in the previous couplet, we have seen lot of troubles among his friendship in the film industry as well as in the political field. So after Sivaji Ganessan, after detached himself from the Dravidian political circle, he fully understood the importance of accumulating wealth. From 1955 to 1970, he acted continuously only on special occasions like Deepavali, Pongal and other ceremonies. He used to visit his house and for some of the marriage occasions of his own children. He worked 3 shifts like 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. and 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. and 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. Continuously he worked and accumulate wealth because he understood that that is the main weapon to destroy the foes. So this comes in Tamil as Seiga Porulai Serunar Serukku Arukkum Egu Adaninum Kuriyadu Il. On kindness of relatives, then come it's chapter 53, couplet number 5 to 7. Thirukkural says that crows do not conceal their food, but will call out for others to share with them while they eat it. Wealth will be with those who show a similar disposition towards their relatives. The Sivaji Ganeshan followed this very strongly. Sivaji Ganeshan, by his untired work and when his wealth grown at peak, he feed his family members, close friends, and their family relatives, workers like drivers, cook, and gardeners with their family members. That is the main thing. At one point of time, per day, 100 members had their food at his Annailam. I mean, 3 times. So 300 members took their food in Annailam. Sivaji Ganeshan's palatial house name is Annailam. It is in Bog Road in Chennai. So this is in Tamil, Sutran Thalal, காக்கை கரவா கரந்துண்ணும் ஆக்கமும் அண்ணன் நீரார்க்கே உள. எப்படி காக்கை உணவுகளை பகிர்ந்து உண்ணுகிறதோ அதே போல சிவாஜி கணேசன், when he accumulated a lot of wealth, he shared with all his friends, relatives, and brother family. Even at that time in 1962, he was having 13 cars, 13, and all the drivers of that cars, 13 numbers, with their family, they used to take food from Shivaji's house only. In such a way, he is spending a lot of money for all the people, relatives, and friends. On hospitality, again, the same thing comes. The whole design of living in the domestic state, laying up property, is to be able to exercise the benevolence of the hospitality. Hospitality is the main character of Sivaji Ganeshan's family and for him also. At Sivaji Ganeshan's house, Annailam, anybody can enter anytime and have food as their guest. All Sundays are called Biryani Day, as all of the Sivaji Ganeshan's friends from all over India used to assemble there to have biryani with the Sivaji Ganeshan on Sunday. Even actor Sanjeev Kumar from Mumbai, actor Nageswar Rao from Hyderabad, and actor Mohanlal from Kerala, like these top stars, used to visit his house on that day. It is not a matter of having lunch. It's not a mere lunch, but that will be the most remarkable time that they can spend with Sivaji Ganeshan in very free manner. So on hospitality, Sivaji Ganeshan studies as per the Valluvar couplets. And sweetness of speech, according to Thirukkural, sorrow, increasing poverty, shall not come upon those who use in all cases pleasure increasing sweetness of speech. It will be very nice to spending time with actor Sivaji Ganeshan. While he is free, he always speaks very sweetly with a smiling face with all the people, irrespective of their status in the society. He will remember and inquire with friends or relatives the good and bad happenings in their life and pacify them accordingly. Here, I like to highlight one point. You all must be knowing actor Ashokan. Actor Ashokan and Sivaji Ganeshan was not in good terms for many years. Till his death, that was not solved. But after Ashokan's death, Ashokan's son wanted to meet Sivaji Ganeshan. So that message conveyed to Sivaji. Sivaji said, why he wants to meet? Yeah, well, I don't have any cordial relationship with his father, and why he is coming, I feel guilty like that. Then finally he accepted to meet Ashokan's son. Ashokan's son came to Sivaji, and Sivaji immediately asked him, I think one of your family members is physically handicapped, isn't it? How was that boy? To taking care of that boy, your aunt, I mean your father's sister, not getting married. How is that boy? He asked. Immediately Ashokan's son, he started weeping, literally. That is the character of Sivaji Ganeshan. See, after many years, he asked what is the good and bad happenings of each and every individual meeting of when he was free at his home. So in Tamil, it's called Tunburum Tuvamai Illahum Yarmatum Inburum Insol Avarku என்று Thirukkural says. Valluvar says through Thirukkural. Next, securing the friendship of the great men. It is in chapter 45, couplet 443. To cherish great men and make them his own is the most difficult of all difficult things said by Valluvar. As far as this couplet is concerned, Sivaji Ganessan had cherished friendship with international great men like Queen Elizabeth and Egypt President Nasser, and Dalai Lama, ex-president of Sri Lanka Chandrika Kumartunga, and national leaders of India like Jawaharlal Nehru, Mrs. Indira Gandhi, Rajiv Gandhi, and VP Singh. State level great men like EVR Periyar, Pasumban Muthuramalinga Thevar, CN Annadurai. He has got high regard for Annadurai because through him only he acted the character of Sivaji. So Periyar gave him title Sivaji Ganessan. So when Sivaji Ganessan's daughter was getting married, Annadurai was in London to have a medical checkup. Sivaji was very much upset because Annadurai cannot be participate in the marriage functions, but he must be given the invitation with the most honorable way. So he asked one of his friends, Dr. Palnichami, and asked him to visit London with the invitation of his daughter and hand it over to Annadurai personally. And receiving the invitation, Annadurai said, I don't know how he is going to conduct the marriage because without me, he is very much upset. Okay, anyhow, it's not possible now. The moment I reach India, I will inform Sivaji Ganessan. Let him come with the couple, then I will bless them. So Annadurai came. Immediately Sivaji Ganessan, he visited Annadurai's house at Nungambakam, Chennai, and got his blessings. And Annadurai gave new dresses, clothes to newly wedded couple. As far as anybody is concerned in Tamil Nadu, Annadurai is very, very, very leading a normal life. So I think this is the first gift he is given to anybody else in Tamil Nadu, that is to Sivaji Ganessan's daughter and his son-in-law. So like that, Sivaji Ganessan was having friendship with many of the top personalities, international level, national level, and state level. This comes in Tamil Kural, Periyare Tunai Kodal. It's a title. Ariyavatrul Ellam Arire Periyare Peni Tamara Kollal. That he has done correctly. And next, let us go to chapter 11, couplet 104, that is on gratitude. Though the benefit conferred be as small as millet seed, those who know its advantage will consider it as large as palmyra tree. This is as per Thirukkural. Sivaji Ganessan's basic character in his all walk of life is showing gratitude towards those who helped him in a small or big way. This is his stand in political life as well as in profession. And here I like to mention, and Sivaji Ganessan at the age of 8, he was in the drama troupe of Kalaivanar, N.S. Krishnan. But the drama troupe was totally failure. So all the actors were struggling with the disease of hunger. But they were all stayed at near Chennai Central Station, that is Waltax Road. And just opposite that place, M.G. Ramachandran was living. At that time, M.G. Ramachandran was doing some small characters. You see, he was doing small characters for the 17 years. Now, after that only, he got a hero role, that is in 1947. So, he was having some money while Sivaji Ganessan was having nothing. So, every night, when MGR returned from this studio, he took Sivaji Ganessan to the nearby shop and bought him milk and bread or whatever it is to erase the disease of hunger from Sivaji Ganessan. Sivaji Ganessan never forget this help done by M.G. Ramachandran in his life. In 1952, Parasakti became super duper hit, and in 1954, Sivaji Ganessan was booked for 10 movies at a time. But at the same time, M.G. Ramachandran was not having any movies. So Sivaji Ganessan felt very bad. Once upon a time, he fed me when I am in hunger. So I have to help MGR. This is what the thought in his mind. So at that time, Pashiraja studio owner, C. Ramulu Naidu, he came and he told the story of Malakalan. It's a story he was created for Sivaji Ganessan. Sivaji Ganessan immediately told the producer, this movie is very, very, very suitable for Mr. MGR. Go and give this story to him. So by that, he knows very well that MGR's position, financial position will go up. See, in MGR's life, Malakalan is the topmost hit, super duper hit. In 6 theaters, it was celebrated Silver Jubilee. So the turning point come for MGR's film industry life is only by Sivaji Ganessan. That too by thinking his gratitude. Another thing, when he was in the drama life at the same age, all of a sudden people stopped coming seeing the dramas because old stories, it's being a repetition. So they all started feeling hunger. So Sivaji Ganessan went to one of his childhood friends who was living near the village, and his name was Irulappan. He met him and he explained the drama troupe's situation. But Irulappan said, not to worry, till your dramas are becoming popular, I will feed all of you. And he is sending rice every time to drama troupe. At one time, this rice and kerosene oil, it's being used to lit the stove. That kerosene oil is get mixed with rice. So how it's possible to cook that rice and eat it? So everybody worried, but very slowly, calmly, they wash off all the rice which is having kerosene and deposited with soap, and after that they have cooked the rice and have their food. This is also another example of the gratitude nature of Sivaji Ganessan, which is mentioned by Thirukkural in a high manner. On self-control, chapter 13 and couplet 123, Thirukkural said that if a man, knowing that self-control is knowledge, in the appointed way controls himself, such self-control known by the wise will bring distinction. That's what Thirukkural said. Sivaji Ganessan, though he achieved zenith of glory in acting, he never revealed to anybody else in the film industry, or he never disclosed about his acting skills or styles, even to his wife. He is always keeping quiet. He never talk about his acting and what was the shot today taken at studio. Nothing. Sivaji Ganessan was an excellent hunter. So when he visited Switzerland, in Munich, he had visited one poultry farm. That farm owner gave a big lecture to Sivaji Ganessan that he is a very big hunter hunting deer. He is talking too much. So the friends besides sitting with Sivaji Ganessan, they much wondered because Sivaji Ganessan was keeping quiet. He is not opened his mouth. That man always is talking. But finally, one of his friends said, Sivaji Ganessan is a very big tiger hunter. At one time, he shot 2 tigers at a time. When the government banned the hunting, he kept the gun at his residence and surrendered the license. This is on self-control. We can highlight Sivaji Ganessan's character with the couplet of Thirukkural. On patience is chapter 16, couplet 151. To bear with those who revile us, even as the earth bears up those who dig it, is the first of virtues according to Thirukkural. This virtue is born character of Sivaji Ganessan. We can say some of the examples. When there was a lot of confusion in confirming Gunasekaran character in Parasakti for Sivaji Ganessan, everybody has said different version to A.V. Meyyappa Chettiar, who was one of the leading producers of Parasakti. And one man said, he's opening mouth like a fish while delivering the dialogue. So he's not suitable for this character. Like that. He was keeping quiet. Finally, decided that Sivaji Ganessan was the hero and he did his role very well. And from 1952, Parasakti was shooting was over and doing per month he was giving 250 rupees. And finally, Parasakti came with a super duper hit. And Sivaji Ganesan, when he has done his in 1954 a movie for B.R. Bandulu, the director was Pa Neelakandan. The same Neelakandan only told A.V. Mayappa Chettiar that man is opening his mouth like fish while speaking dialect. It's knowing the very fact, Sivaji Ganesan kept quiet. We should not disturb Neelakandan's career. I think the same thing again actor Asokan. With a difference of opinion is there. Both of them acted in Uyarna Manidan, AVM producer, and though Asokan and Sivaji Ganesan is not able to talk freely, but Asokan's acting was not well in that scene. So Sivaji Ganesan, he asked AVM Saravanan, please ask this man to watch me, how I am acting this character. Accordingly, ask him to act. So you kept quiet in spite of Ashokan's unwanted comments about his family on the platform of politics. So another thing, director A.P. Nagarajan. You know very well, many of the successful hits directed by A.P. Nagarajan, acted by Sivaji Ganesan. But all of a sudden, he abandoned Sivaji Ganesan and gone to MGR's side. At that time, A.P. Nagarajan said, so far, I have taken only films with Sivaji Ganesan. Now, I am going to make money with MGR. But unfortunately, A.P. Nagarajan, that movie was a failure and he has become drug addict and so many things. And finally, he passed away. But Sivaji Ganesan never talked about this attitude of A.P. Nagarajan or Neelakandan actor Asokan in person. So on patience, Sivaji Ganesan is very worthful man according to Thirukkural. So on the fear of sin, that is Thivine Acham, Marandum Piranked Sularka Sulin Aram Sulum Sundavan Ked. Even though forgetfulness meditate not the ruins of another, virtue will meditate the ruin of him who meditates. Sivaji Ganesan has helped lot of personalities in the film industry to become producers, directors. Among them, most of the people, almost 95% turned against him, but he never thought of ruined them because he very well knows about this couplet preached by Thiruvallur. Accordingly, whoever became foe to Sivaji Ganesan are punished by the God itself. So that's what happened in the industry of film industry and as well as in political. Next one, let us go to on benevolence. The wealth of a man of benevolence is like ripening of a fruitful tree in the midst of a town, that is as per Thirukkural. Sivaji Ganesan's wealth was like that, is like that. Whoever come for financial help, if they could meet him, their problem will be solved silently. He has instructed his brother V.C. Shanmugam to pay monthly payment to many of the old actors like Chandrababu, Balaya, because when they don't have movies, he knows pretty well they are struggling for finance. So he has given a standing instruction to pay monthly for Chandrababu and Balaya and other drama actors who acted with Sivaji Ganesan in his early days. So on benevolence also, Sivaji Ganesan is very much closer to the thought of Valluvar. On alms and deeds, the removal of killing hunger of the poor is the place where one to lay up his wealth, says Valluvar. In Tamil, Ige, Attar Alipasi Tirthal Agdu Varuvan, Petran Purul Vaipadi. The virtue was the born character of Sivaji Ganesan. During his drama life, the King of Kollam had presented one silver plate appreciating his acting as Manogara character at the age of 14. But on the drama troupe where Sivaji Ganesan was present, almost the dramas are stopped. Everybody started getting hunger all the 3 times. So Sivaji Ganesan immediately at the age of 14 he asked his guru, teacher, to sell away the silver plate given by the king of Kollam to solve the disease of hunger among the drama troupe, even at the age of 14. And in 1960, when cyclone heavily devastated Tamil Nadu, immediately Sivaji Ganessan cancelled his shootings and he himself monitored cooking food for nearly 1 lakh poor people surrounding that area. And for the children, he has arranged 1,000 pounds of milk powder. Also, he handed over 800 bags of rice to Mr. Kamarajar, the then Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. On calculation, on that day alone, he spent nearly 6 lakhs, but nobody knows this secret. He is always keeping quiet, whatever his contribution to the society, he never revealed to others. On power of speech, chapter 65, couplet 643, Valluvar is telling, it is speech that spellbound holds the listening ear, while those who have not heard desire to hear. It's Sivaji Ganessan, by his effective pronunciation of Tamil and his style of dialogue delivery, made really a turning point in the Tamil film industry. For example, some of things. Before Parasakti, all the actors, they used to deliver the dialogue like singing, because all were singers. But this Sivaji Ganessan is make a revolution in delivering the dialogue and pronunciation in Tamil. In Parasakti, you all might have heard, என் தங்கை மட்டும் கொஞ்சம் விட்டு கொடுத்திருந்தால் கோடீஸ்வரன் விட்டு பள்ளி ஏரியிலே ஒரு நாள் மானத்தை விலை கூறியிருந்தால் மாளிகை வாசியின் மடியிலே ஒரு நாள் இப்படி ஓட்டி இருக்க முடியும் நாட்களை. இதைத்தானா இந்த நீதிமன்றம் விரும்புகிறது. என் தங்கை ஓடினால் பணம் அவளை துரத்தியது, மீண்டும் ஓடினால் பக்தி அவளை துரத்தியது, ஓடினால் ஓடினால் வாழ்க்கையின் ஓரத்திற்கே ஓடினாள். அவள் ஓட்டத்தை தடுத்திருக்க வேண்டும், அவள் வாட்டத்தை போக்கியிருக்க வேண்டும் என்று சட்டத்தை காக்க நினைப்பவர்கள். Like this he delivered dialogue in Parasakti. In Manohara, புருஷோத்தமரே, மானம் ஒன்றே நல்வாழ்வென கொண்டு வந்த மரவேந்த பரம்பரையில் மாசாக வந்தவரே, மயிலுக்கும் மந்திக்கும் வித்தியாசம் தெரியாத மதிவானரே, என் தாய் அன்பின் பிறப்பிடம், அறநெறியின் இருப்பிடம், மாற்று குறையா தங்கம், மாசற்ற மாணிக்கம், அவர்களை அவதூறு கூறிய உமது அங்கங்களை பிளந்திருவேன். இந்த துரோக பேச்சுக்கு உம்மை தூண்டிவிட்டு அந்த துர்த்தையின் உடலை துண்டாடுவேன். நெஞ்சிலே துணிவிருந்தால், தோளிலே வலுவிருந்தால், எடுத்துக்கொள்ளும் உமது வாளை, தடுத்துக்கொள்ளும் உமது சாவை, இந்த தலுக்குக்காரியின் குலுக்கு சிரிப்பை நீ கோழை ஆகிவிட்டு இருந்தால். Like that he delivered dialogue in Manohara. That is written by Mr. Karnanidhi, you all know. I like that. In Kattavamman, in climax scene, the British people asked them to say sorry. They will release. At that time, Sivaji delivered dialogue. நான் மன்னிப்பு கேட்பது இதுவரை உன் தலை கலட்டப்படாமல் இருக்க, என் தாய் கேட்டிருக்க வேண்டும் இந்நேரம், அவள் உன் பொல்லாத புலியாக உண்மையில் பாய்ந்திருப்பாள். தமிழ் புலவர் என் புலவர் மட்டும் இருந்தால் அறம்பாடி உன்னை எரித்திருப்பார். தமிழ் குலப்பெண்மணி என் மனைவி மட்டும் கேட்டிருந்தால் உன் உடல் தீப்பற்றி எரிந்திருக்கும். இன்றோ என்ன செய்வேன், நாய்களும் பூனைகளும் நயவஞ்சக பேய்களும் கூடியிருக்கும் இடத்திலே நீயும் கூசாமல் கூறி விட்டு ஓடி ஒளியும் ஓனான் குஞ்சு போல் ஒதிய மரம் போல் என்ன செய்வேன் என் நாடே, இந்த இழிவு உனக்கா எனக்கா? அடே எட்டப்பா, நான் இறக்க போகிறேன், என் புகழ் இருக்கும், ஆனால் உனக்கோ ஊரே சொல்லட்டும் போ. In such a style manner, he glorified the Kattabamman character by his power of speech. And like that, in your Maratha Sivaji character, he did in, that was the first drama written by Anadrai, the same thing rewritten by Kannadasan. In the movie Ramanath Ramadi, it has come. ஆடுவார் ஆட்டமும் பாடுவார் பாட்டுமாய் அந்நியர் கழித்திருக்க, யாரது மண்ணிலே யாரது நாடகம் பார்ப்போம் முருக என்று நான் கூறுக, என்னடா முடியும் முன்னால் என்று என் எதிரிகள் கொக்கரிக்க, இன்னமும் முடியும் இன்னமும் முடியும் என்று கட்டி காத்த கோட்டை இதுதான். These are all the powerful speech given by Sivaji Ganessan, justifying the couplet of power of speech by Valluvar. This is in Tamil, சொல்வன்மை அதிகாரம் 65, குறள் 643. கேட்டார் பிணிக்கும் தகைவாய் கேளாரும் வேட்பம் மொழிவது ஆம் சொல். The quality of action. Next one, the chapter 67, couplet 666. If those who have planned an undertaking possess firmness in executing it, they will obtain what they have decided, even as they have decided. Sivaji Ganessan, at the age of 7, he had desire of fire, rightly we can say, to become an actor, and there to act as Katavaman. He joined a drama company with a strong hope that one day to act as Katavaman. Sivaji Ganessan entered the film industry in 1952. In 1955, he started drama troupe with his drama field friends, and his drama was the first drama was the Veerabandiya Katavaman. 1955 to 57, he had the rehearsal for that drama. 1957, he staged Veerabandiya Katavaman drama in Salem exhibition presided by Tamil scholar Mu Varadarasana. Amongst his busiest schedule, 25 movies at that time he was acting. He was able to perform Veerabandiya Katavaman drama for 112 times. With that money, he had donated 32 lakhs to the government of Tamil Nadu for the welfare of education in Tamil Nadu. 32 lakhs in 1962. You just calculate what will be the present value. So Sivaji Ganessan donated. That Veerabandiya Katavaman movie was sent to Afro-Asia Film Festival. There he was awarded Best Actor. So he desired what he achieved his desire from his early childhood. This is Valluvar says like this: Vinay Tirpam, Enniya Enniyangu Eiduba Enniyar Tinniyar Agaperin. This is what Sivaji Ganessan's life is happening. On movement with the king, one should have behave accordance with the limelight in the presence of kings and not despise them, saying he is our junior in age and connected with our family. This is what Valluvar is telling. Actor Sivaji Ganessan was closely associated with almost all the kings of Tamil Nadu as well as with the few kings of Andhra Pradesh. As he was a good hunter, many of the kings joined hands with Sivaji Ganessan. He moved with them very dignified manner. As Valluvar mentioned, though King of Pudukkottai was younger to Sivaji Ganessan as well as his relative, he moved with him and giving him due respect to his position. This is mentioned in the chapter 70 and couplet 693. Mannare சேர்ந்தோடுகள் இளையர் இணைமுறையர் என்றிகளார் நின்ற ஒளியோடு ஒழுகப்படும் என்பது தமிழ் குறள். On friendship, true friendship hastens to the rescue of afflicted as readily as the hand of one whose argument is loosened before an assembly. That is, உடுக்கை இழந்தவன் கை போல அங்கே இடுக்கன் களைவதாம் நட்பு. Sivaji Ganessan had maintained very big friend circle both in drama field and cinema world. He had helped poet S.T. Sundaram, whose house was brought for action. But on hearing that news, immediately he sent money to somebody else and get back the house and gave it to his friend S.T. Sundaram. And also, at the time of producing Navaratri, A.P. Nagarajan lost his almost all the wealth and came and met Sivaji Ganessan to extend his help. So he gave the call sheet at free of cost. He never charged for acting in movie Navaratri, the 9 roles played by Sivaji Ganessan. So it was a great success. By that, A.P. Nagarajan is very much uplifted in film industry. I like that producer Balaji, and all his property, including his car, everything bank has taken over. He came and fell at the feet of Sivaji Ganessan to give a call sheet. If he announced that call sheet in the paper, money will come, he can return back all the property. This is also happened in Balaji's life by Sivaji Ganessan. So Sivaji Ganessan justified friendship as mentioned by Thirukkural in his own life at many times. Due to constraint of time, I am giving only few examples. On self-respect. So those who desire to maintain honor will surely do nothing dishonorable even for the sake of fame. This comes in the Tamil Manam, Adhigaram 97 and Kural 962. Sீரினும் சீரல்ல செய்யாரை சீரோடு பேராண்மை வேண்டுபவர். Sivaji Ganessan was very close to all the prime ministers, which already I have mentioned. And during Indira Gandhi period, Several rich people in Tamil Nadu approached Sivaji Ganesan and asked his help to get some license for his company and this and that like that. And and they have disclosed even they can ready to share with the benefit what they're getting out of that. But Sivaji Ganesan refused. On one of his close friendship, when their family was raided by income tax department, they rushed to Sivaji Ganesan to help them. He said nothing. If you want to do a real help to the country or your society, pay your income tax correctly and get out of the problem. I cannot give influence to any of the prime minister. Even after the emergency, when Mrs. Gandhi became the prime minister, Sivaji Ganesan recommended for Venkatraman was the president of India for a parliament member of parliament seat, and he won. And he only recommended Indira Gandhi to put him as in the cabinet as finance minister. At that time, Sivaji Ganesan's own brother, he told his brother, "We have some issues in income tax department. Please put a word to Venkatraman so that we can come out of that." But Sivaji Ganesan refused. Usually, you are the man looking after income tax of my income. If there is any flaw, any error, or anything in a mistake, you have to face it. Even if the IT department arrest you, go to jail. I don't mind. But I will not recommend for my own problem to the Venkatraman, though he may be now sitting as a finance minister of India. Such a man of self-respect in his life, as Valluvar said. On goodness, சான்றாண்மை, அன்பு நான் ஒப்புரவு கண்ணோட்டம் வாய்மையோடு ஐந்து சால்பு ஊன்றிய தூண். This is what Valluvar says. Affection, fear of sin, benevolence, favor, and truthfulness. These are the 5 pillars on which perfect goodness rests. These 3 or 5 pillars are naturally deposited in the body or in the soul of Sivaji Ganesan. On agriculture, as Valluvar says, that agriculturists are the inchpin of the world, for they support all other workers who cannot till the soil. Understanding the importance of agriculture, Sivaji Ganesan had bought agricultural land nearly about 38 acres at a village called Surakotai in Tanjore district. Whenever he finds, when he is not having shooting, he used to go to that farm and he used to plow, sow the seed, and he is taking care of the cattle there, and he travels by bullock cart like that. And every Pongal, he used to go there and he issue new clothes to all the farmers who are working in his estate, and making honor to the bulls or cattle on the day. On the another next day, he used to give them everybody a big feast. All his friends, the farmers, and surrounding village people in thousands will assemble. Sivaji and used to feed all of them. This is Valluvar says, "Uludundu வாழ்வாரே வாழ்வார், மற்றையெல்லாம் தொழுதுண்டு பின் செல்பவர்." From this farmland only, Sivaji and his family was getting everything: rice, bananas, palm leaves, so many things, and coconuts. These are all coming for his family use only from that thing. So even though he was the best actor, he never forget the basic industry of our country, that is agriculture. That's what Valluvar also implementing. So next one, on price, chapter 24, couplet 238. Not to beget fame will be esteemed, yet disgraced by all who are in the world. Actor Sivaji Ganesan, by his wonderful and remarkable acting, he made all the Tamil-speaking people talk about his fame even today. Now we are talking about Sivaji Ganesan only because of his acting correlating with the couplets of Sivaji Ganesan. Thirukkural, forever. So it comes in Tamil as Pugal, Adhikaram 24 and Kural 238. Pasayanba Vayattarku Yellam Isayannum Yecham Peravidin. So like that, Sivaji Ganesan has led a very dignified life in the society, and he was invited by John F. Kennedy as ambassador for cultural society, and he visited United States of America And he met Marlon Brando, superstar of the world even today. And he had lunch with him. And Clint Eastwood, the hero of the Benner, he gave a very good lunch for Sivaji Ganessan. And some of the female artists also participated in that occasion. So like that, Sivaji Ganessan's life, to some extent, not I mean, the alcoholism and non-veg cannot be correlated with Thirukkural couplets, because he is a man of taking every day non-veg and also alcohol. So, except that two, rest of things, he do whatever his mind says. He is hearing his heartbeat. He do good thing for all the people. He has not having enemies, but whoever become enemies, they're getting destroyed and disappeared in the field. He is not at all worried about all these things. So I appreciate Dr. Arumugam Parasuraman's conducting such monthly talk series on Thiruvallur with the noble aim to make UNESCO to approve, or in other words, to recognize Thirukkural as a global literature. I wish him all success, and I can assure you, sir, that I will extend my full support in all means. You all know that this program is being organized by International Thirukkural Foundation in association with the Tamil Valarchi Mandram, Sydney, Australia, Voice of Valluvar, India, and Valai Tamil. My sincere thanks to all this organization. And by this, I am concluding my speech with all your blessings.
Mikka Nandri, Dr. MaruthuMohan. Before I hand over to Dr. Prabhakaran, who will give the vote of the comments following your wonderful presentation, let me thank you on behalf of the Tamil Valarchi Mandram, the Voice of Valluvar family, the Valai Tamil and International Thirukkural Foundation for such an enlightening presentation you made, where you clearly brought the impact, the influence of Thirukkural on actor Sivaji Ganessan. I think this is, we have, I'm sure all of us present today would agree with me that we've got a lot more information, get to know more about Sivaji Ganessan with your presentation, especially in our mission of taking Thirukkural to the world. So with these few words only, let me invite Dr. Prabhakaran to give us his overall comments and observation before we invite question and answer. Dr. Prabhakaran, to you please.
Dr. Parasuraman and Dr. MaruthuMohan and others, it was the most interesting speech on Thirukkural I have ever heard. I have seen movies of Sivaji Ganessan, a number of them, when I was young and when I was living in India, and even after that also. But I never connected Sivaji Ganessan with Thirukkural. That is purely because of my ignorance. Even though I know I've studied Thirukkural a number of times in different occasions, I do not know any personal details of Sivaji Ganessan and how his life was an example of Thirukkural. Today, Dr. MaruthuMohan did a fantastic job. I have never heard a lecture so interesting like the one today I have heard. He quoted several Qurans. He talked about several chapters, like anywhere from chapter 10, Iniyave Gural, chapter 11, Sainandi Aridal, chapter 12, Adakamadamai, Urukamadamai, and all the way to idleness, persistence, Sutram Taral, Periyare Tonai Kodal, and also Porai Udamai, Thivinayacham, Oppura Varidal, Ihai, Solvanmai. In chapter on Solvanmai, he quoted, he actually he quoted the dialogues of Parasakti, Manohara, Kataboman, like Sivaji Ganessan would have done. It was a very interesting lecture. See, and also he talked about Vinay Tirpam and Mannare Chelnolidam, Natpu, Manam, Sandranmai, Uravu, Puhar. So in all these chapters, he found relevant examples from Sivaji Ganessan's life. Generally, in Tamil, there are three parts of Tamil. One is Iyal, the other one is Isai, and the third one is Nadagam. Iyal is prose, and Isai is poetry, and Nadagam is drama. And today, in Dr. MaruthuMohan's speech, we have witnessed Iyal, his dialogue, and Isai. He also sang, and he entertained us by singing, and his drama, when he recited the dialogues of Parasakti, Manohara, and Katabamma, I could see the drama in his speech. So I really appreciated his speech. It was very useful. It was very informative, and it was one of the best speeches on Thirukkural I have ever heard. Sir, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Prabhakaran. Thank you very much for your very, very relevant and pertinent comments and appreciation of the speech, the lecture given by Dr. MaruthuMohan. I will invite other participants. If you wish to make any observation, please do so. I think it's interesting that Dr. MaruthuMohan will be very happy to listen to you, to hear your observation, and we will expect to get from you, Dr. MaruthuMohan, the written speech, because we are going to publish this. Once you're ready, you can send it to me, and we'll arrange for its inclusion in the publication that we are going to make of all the conferences held so far. And this will be also, the book will be released at UNESCO when we finally reach there.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'll do.
Yeah, with these words, I will invite, I may probably be tempted to invite Dr. Punita Vale. Would you like to say a few words? And then I invite Dr. Siva. So I'm just warning each one of you that you can be prepared to say a few words. Mr. Siva and Dr. Stephen Louis, and also Vijay Viramutu, and other participants present now. You're most welcome to give some comments, some observation. I think that will be very, recognition of the research work that Dr. MaruthuMohan has done to present the paper. So I leave it now, Mr. Punita Vale.
Thank you very much for this opportunity. Indeed, it was a unique speech. In the sense, it brings us to our heart how much Valluvar has influenced us all. Some of the Kurals he quoted in his life, I can't quote the Kural, but Tunburam Illame, that is how you should feel for the person, how Sivaji has felt for somebody's relative suffering. I mean, these are the unique things that influence us without our knowledge. When you learn Thirukkural, you don't think, oh, according to that Thirukkural, I'm going to do this. It changes our heart. That is why I always like Thirukkural, because he is like a hidden master within us, guiding us what our next step should be. Thank you very much, Doctor. It was a fantastic speech. He was my childhood hero. I did participate in dramas and imagined myself to be Sivaji Ganessan, which I was so very near. Thank you very much, sir. Have a wonderful day. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Punita Vale. Now we invite Mr. Siva Pillai. Very happy to welcome you, to see you with us. I know you had some other challenges to face, but we are happy and pray for your excellent health, and so that you can join us in all that we are doing. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Dr. Arun Pasraman. Thank you, Dr. Mardashalam, and others as well. Yes, we are working a lot, and I have seen Dr. Maruthu's Sivaji Ganessan research book, which I read all of them. He has passed me to see some proof. Anyway, it is a wonderful research he did. And even though Thirukkural lived so many thousand years back, but that image came on Sivaji Ganessan, and we compare the Sivaji Ganessan's acting of Sivaji Ganessan life with the Thirukkural as an example, which gives a proverb, which gives us a chance for us to learn more about Thirukkural. And Thirukkural is a common word, not only one person, not only from, and he has given all the examples, whatever Sivaji Ganessan did is in Thirukkural. That's a great research. Dr. Maruthu, you did very well. I am a very fan of Sivaji Ganessan from the age of 9, and still I am, and I have taken so much of acting of Sivaji Ganessan pictures, and used them to teach them, especially on Saraswati Sabadam. You can see Amma, Appa, how he pronounces the word. And here today, you have given me a chance for me to do some more research to compare Sivaji Ganessan's life and show the children with the Qural. So we explain the Qural with the help of Sivaji Ganessan acting. In future, there's a given opportunity for me to do some more research on that part and compare Sivaji Ganessan work with the Thirukkural. It's the first time I have seen someone has did some research and compare Sivaji Ganessan one actor's life in the Thirukkural. So we can see how we must take this Thirukkural to UNESCO. That's the first part. That's the mission. Dr. Parasuraman and myself and other people are interested. We are focusing this conference very soon in Paris. We should have done this conference, UNESCO conference in 2018, because of the corona, we couldn't go ahead. I am sure we will carry on soon. Thank you very much for giving this opportunity, and also thank you for the Vallai Tamil for informing me the information to it, and also thank you all for giving me a chance for give a talk about this Dr. Maruthu's feedback. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sivapillai.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sivapillai. Dr. Parasuraman, with your permission, this is the photo.
Oh, I see. Right.
Oh, yes.
He stood as the model for Valluvar. And of course, as I told you, he put his left leg. Sivaji never put his left leg for any character.
You are right. You are correct.
Only for the warriors only. So that is maybe photographic error. Every Sunday I used to visit beach and see the Sivaji Ganessan statue in the form of Thirukkural.
Yeah, you are great. You are very lucky, Mr. Maruthu. Next time, take me as well. We'll go together.
Definitely, we all should. I'm eagerly awaiting you to meet you all in Chennai.
Dr. MaruthuMohan.
Yes, sir.
I'll be in Chennai, I told you, in a week's time.
Yes.
So we will together go to Marina Beach.
Oh, yes.
and to visit the Valluvar and Sivaji Ganessan.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes, that's good. Yes, Dr. Parasuraman came to London next to Thirukkural.
Yeah, we went to the yes.
We'll have a picture as well. We both took a picture.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Sivapillai.
Thank you.
If you have that picture, we went on our visit to SOS Valluvar.
Yeah,
kindly send it to me.
Yeah, sure, I will.
Please send it to me. I will be.
Yeah,
thank you.
I have. Yes, thank you.
Thank you. We have Vijay Viramutu. Would you like to say a few words? Vijay?
Yes.
Were you present when Sivaji visited Mauritius? You must have been there.
Yes, Dr. Maruthumohan. I was present when Sivaji, the great actor, came to Mauritius. I have been able to get a photo from the newspaper when we received him. I think you remember, because you landed him on that day. We received him at the Northern Tamil Federation, which is called Tamil Sangam. I have been able to get a press cutting in a newspaper of those days. I think I'll make a scan the copy, and I think I'll be able to
please do send me that. I'm very happy to see that. Thank you, Vijay.
The photo. And I take this opportunity to congratulate you, Dr. Maruthu, Mr. Sivaji from the UK. Please continue the good work to propagate Thirukkural teaching in the world.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very
sir.
much.
We will.
Thank you, Vijay. I
Thank
think we've covered most of the participants, and there's SP and Dr. Stephen Louis. So SP, please, you have the floor. I don't know what SP's full name.
Yes, my name is Pushpa Christie.
Okay, please.
Mr. Pundurai sent me this link. I'm unable to show my face. I am not feeling well. I'm in my bed rest. But I was listening this wonderful speech of Dr. MaruthuMohan. It was really good. And also, as everybody mentioned, I'm also one of the best. He was my best hero, first of all. And also, we adore him. Even now, when we start to sing about Malarndu Malarada Padi Malar, we started to weep. And he acted as a kind person, and he showed a lot of words from Thirukkural, a lot of words in Thirukkural, and he was the best actor. And today I heard Mr. Maruthu's speech, and I really accepted. Thank you so much. You are doing a good job, Dr. Parasuraman, regarding this research on.
Thank you.
Regarding Thirukkural, I'm happy to be part of one of you all, and thank you so much. And thank you, Mr. Pundurai, to introduce me to this wonderful group. Next time I'll be really showing my face. Today I'm unable to. Thank you very much for inviting me, sir, Dr. Armon.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, and God bless.
Thank you.
We have now Dr. Stephen Louis. He will be addressing our conference in due course. Dr. Stephen? Dr. Stephen, are you there?
Mute your mic, Doctor. Dr. Stephen, your mic is not on.
Yeah.
Thank
for
you.
me or for Dr. Stephen? And mute, please. Dr. Stephen?
Not yet. Unmute your mic, Dr. Stephen.
Yeah.
No, not yet. Take the mouse on top of it and click once. Dr. Stephen?
Probably not available then.
No, take the mouse and touch with your finger on top of the mic.
I can't do it myself. I can't do it.
Oh, you can do it, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't think you can do it. Can you?
No, probably. Hello, Dr.
Hello?
Stephen.
Did you hear me?
Yes, we can hear now. We can hear now, Doctor.
Now we can see you, we can hear you. Dr. Stephen is a very eminent lawyer of the Supreme Court of Madras High Court. And he came to Mauritius at my invitation and delivered a very, very interesting talk on the legal dimensions of Thirukkural. And he has also done something great. He has done a translation of Thirukkural from Tamil to English, in the same format. Can you hear me? Dr. Stephen, can you hear me?
I hear you. Do you hear me?
So he has done something which is really great. He has translated Thirukkural into English.
1 minute, Doctor.
Yeah.
1 minute. Just here. 1 minute. Doctor.
Okay.
Just.
Are you ready now? Is it okay?
Unmute. Hello.
No, we are hearing your voice. Speak.
Doctor, do you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yes, we can hear you.
We can hear you.
Yes, it was very impressive. And I just quote a quote. Evil doers proudly harm, the worthy restraints. More than what I could say. Learning from your speech, I have learned a lesson. You said that hear me, doctor?
Yes, yes, we are hearing.
We can hear you. Go ahead.
Sivaji Ganessan, he was content, and he was content like this. He is speaking and he is opening his mouth like a fish or something like that. And I was very impressed. He didn't even say a word against those people who spoke against him. And moreover, he respected those people. And it is said in Tamil, Kural says like this, Inna Sedare Urthal Avarnana, names. He has done it very wonderful. And he spoke a lot of things. I don't even see movies, but I have learned a lot of things from your speech that he was practicing what Thirukkural was giving advice, as advices. And I was impressed by so many other things that you said, no? That he could, apart from other things, two things which hello?
Yes, yes. Go ahead. We are listening to you. We are hearing you. Huh?
You hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we hear you very well. Go ahead.
But it is giving some disturbance to me. And you were telling that he used to give to those people who were deserving. Valluvar says, give to the deserving at any cost. I was surprising that he could do all these things. And when I saw your title, Sivaji Ganessan and this one, Saint Valluvar, I wondered how you established these two things getting together, going together outside. But when you spoke, it was very nice. And I appreciate your speech, and I thank you for inviting me. And let us go ahead with spreading Thirukkural like this. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Stephen. And we'll be very much looking forward to your talk in the near future on the legal aspect, the law and Thirukkural, right? I know you're an expert in that. You did a wonderful presentation in Mauritius. And this is the book which, I hope you can see the book. No, unfortunately. You can see it? I don't think you can see it because of my backdrop. Yeah. So Dr. Stephen Louis has translated Thirukkural into English, and he has followed the same pattern like Valluvar, whereby his translation has 2 lines, 4 words and 3 words. That's fantastic. He has followed the same 2 lines, 4 words plus 3, and he has done the same in English. So I would highly recommend that you get a copy of this book, which I am using regularly for references. So thank you very much. I think we've got the comments from all the various participants. Dr. MaruthuMohan, I would leave you the last word before we conclude.
For me?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I thank all the dignitaries who have given their comments upon my speech. And I never expected Siva's presence, because today morning only I sent message about inquiry about his health. He never informed me that he is going to participate. The motive of my sending message was to invite him to participate only. But he silently, in spite of his health condition, he participated, and he has given his comments also about my presentation. So I think this is a unique presentation comparing with Valluvar and Nadigadragam Sivaji Ganessan. But because right from the beginning, I used to see Sivaji Ganessan's various activities in society, and in the industry, and his personal character, his movements, everything. So I thought it's a better we can correlate with this with Thirukkural, and we can present like that. Today I have presented, and it seems some of the intellectuals, all the intellectuals who participated in this under the leadership of Dr. Parasuraman, I'm very much thankful to him, and I'm thanking you again, all the VAVIPs who have given their comments and helped me to go further in this field. Thank you very much, all you, sir, and thank you, Dr. Armugam Parsuram.
Thank you. Mikka